Hello and greetings of the day. Are you a DV 2020 winner? If you've been following the diversity visa trend, you're probably already aware of the several lawsuits filed since President Trump's travel ban took effect, as well as visa prioritizing due to embassies closing as a result of COVID-19. In today's video, Krishna and Supriya will be talking about the DV 2020 popular lawsuit, the Gomez case, and its latest updates.
Hello there, Krishna. I now understand what a diversity visa is and how it works. As I was following the latest Twitter trend regarding diversity visas, I noticed that DV 2020 had reappeared. As you indicated in the last video, the diversity visa is only valid for one fiscal year. Nonetheless, the hashtag DV2020 is trending once more. So, what's going on with the DV Lottery 2020?
According to the Immigration Act of 1990, it is still true that the diversity visa is only valid for one fiscal year. Let's start with the background of the Gomez lawsuit and how it all began. Former President Donald Trump signed Presidential Proclamation 10,014, which halted immigration to the United States, in April 2020. The former administration justified the measure, also known as the immigration ban, by citing the corona pandemic and the resulting crisis in the U.S. labor market. COVID-19 regional public health bans remain in effect for several countries and areas. Proclamations 10,014 was cancelled, effective immediately, on February 24, 2021. Following President Biden's revocation order, those holding diversity visas issued in 2020 that were still valid were allowed to enter the United States immediately, despite the immigration ban. Similarly, those who received diversity visas as a result of orders in the court case Gomez vs. Trump traveled to the United States on an expired visa in compliance with the court order.
I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am. If that's the case, don't forget to hit the like button and follow at theDVObserver on Twitter. So, Krishna, explain me more, what exactly is the Gomez vs. Trump case all about?
AILA, Justice Action Center, and Innovation Law Lab, with pro bono support from Mayer Brown LLP, filed an amended complaint in Gomez vs. Trump on July 17, 2020, marking the first legal challenge to President Trump's immigration ban by winners of the DV 2020 Green Card Lottery, as well as applicants and sponsors of family-based and employment-based visas. On August 13, Acker vs. Trump, Mohammed vs. Pompeo, and Fonjong vs. Trump, three more lawsuits filed between July 10, 2020, and August 5, 2020, were entirely combined with this case. The plaintiffs in all of these instances were diversity visa selectees and derivative beneficiaries who were challenging Presidential Proclamations 10,014 and 10,052 under the upper. Two of them, Mohammed and Fonjong, were brought by the same company. On September 4, 2020, Judge Mehta granted the DV 2020 plaintiffs a preliminary injunction. The defendants were directed to make good faith efforts to process and adjudicate DV 2020 diversity visas as quickly as possible. The judge issued an amended order on September 14, 2020, prohibiting the Department of Justice from imposing or implementing a 14-day quarantine requirement on DV 2020 selectees and their derived beneficiaries from 5 regions: China, Iran, the Schengen area, the UK, Ireland, and Brazil. According to an amended order, the court enjoins the State Department from applying or enforcing the quarantine requirement for DV 2020 selectees and their derivative beneficiaries. The United States District Court for the District of Columbia issued an order on September 30, 2020, withholding 9,095 DV 2020 visas for processing pending final judgment on the merits. The District Court in Gomez ordered its final judgment on October 13, 2021, directing the State Department to process the 9,095 visas reserved for Gomez class members by September 30, 2022. The reserved visas must be given to eligible qualified immigrants strictly in a random sequence, and processing must begin as soon as is feasible. The government is required to submit reports every 60 days until all reserved DV 2020 visas have been issued, with the first report due on January 11, 2022, and subsequent reports due every 60 days until all reserved visas have been issued. The State Department said on October 25, 2021, the Department of State is aware of the various court orders involving the reservation and adjudication of DV 2020 and DV 2021 diversity visas, in a statement about the Gomez vs. Biden order. The government filed a notice of appeal with the DC Circuit on December 10, 2021, in an attempt to overturn Judge Mehta's October 13 judgment. unless the DC Circuit issues a stay, which would temporarily halt Judge Mehta's final order while the court evaluates the government's appeal. Judge Mehta's final order will remain in place. The government has not yet requested a stay from the DC Circuit.
So, as of today, January 15th, what is the most recent government filing update? Have the remaining DV 2020 winners received their visas?
The January 11th status report states that the government is taking steps to implement technology system changes necessary to comply with Judge Mehta's order. The government's next report is due on March 14, 2022. Because 60 days from January 11th falls on a weekend, they can file on the next business day, which is Monday, March 14th. According to the State Department, it hasn't issued 9,095 diversity visas in response to a court injunction because $500,000 in IT modifications are required. The government estimates that it will take at least 4 months for it to implement the necessary changes before it can process DV 2020 visas. This means that the earliest the government anticipates it will begin DV 2020 visa processing is April 2022. Because it cannot issue the visas until it addresses the problem, which is expected to take 4 months, or until April, the department will spend that time issuing the green cards awarded through the 2022 lottery and handling the long-delayed 2020 visas later on. The State Department stated in a status report released this week that it had established a pilot initiative to expedite early-stage diversity visa application processing and get applications to overseas consulates faster. DV 2020 winners are concerned that the government will not be able to issue the 9,095 visas reserved for Gomez class members by the court-ordered deadline of September 30, 2022. So, winners might also be concerned about how long the government expects it will take to issue the 9,095 reserved visas if processing begins in April 2022. I think that clarifies everything in the Gomez case under the Diversity Visa Program 2020.
Yes, it helped me to see things more clearly. Thank you, Krishna. I'm going to give this video a thumbs up. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed the content of this video. Nevertheless, the government currently remains obligated to begin visa processing as soon as is feasible, and to provide regular updates to the district court as you mentioned before. Well, I have additional questions since you mentioned that on October 25, 2021, the State Department released an update for DV 2020 and 2021. Is there a similar case pending against the DV 2021 winners?
Yes, Supriya, there are 3 big DV 2021 litigations, which we'll go through in more detail in forthcoming videos.
Thank you so much, Krishna.
In the delayed government work on immigration benefits, technology challenges are becoming a recurrent topic. The State Department informed U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta that software challenges were preventing it from issuing the diversity visas immediately, even though they had until September 30 to do so. We will also be updating via shorts for further updates on the DV 2020 Gomez case. Please let us know what you think about how the government is treating the DV 2020 cases in the comments area below.
Thank you for watching this video till the end. Good day. And yes, don't forget to check our other videos related to the diversity visa.